Awesome. Welcome, Pat Green. How are you today?
Fine, Tessa. How are you today? I'm doing great, thanks.
Oh, I'm doing good, a little nervous, but you're a pretty big name in the music industry, but
Oh, come on.
well, you
You,
are.
you flatter me.
Good. You should be flattered. You are at the start of a very busy tour. It seems to be with Cristobal. Is your second show tomorrow? How are you? Are you excited or
Yeah, I mean, we've been on the road for such a long time that being out there doesn't scare. I get a little lonely for my family, but I think that's pretty normal,
right? I mean, how could you not? Uh,
right?
I did just interview Ted Nugent, and he was talking about that, how he doesn't go anywhere if he can't drive home in the same night.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty close to what we do too.
It's so funny to me. Well, not funny, but it's awesome that you can do that. What comes to your mind when you think of playing for a smaller town like Cristobal? And I mean, we're not your big
Oh,
venue, you know?
well, I've been playing at Cooper's there for a number of years, and Cristobal is just a beautiful, great little spot there on the side of the road where it seems like everybody gets along great. I've always had a great time there.
Yeah, Cooper's is a great time. I don't think I've ever seen a fight break out there or anything.
There you go.
But I'm sure you got a couple more years experience on me going out there.
I've
Uh,
seen a few fights in my life, but never won there either. So yeah.
right. That's what it's always nice out there. Everybody just gets along. How does playing a smaller show compare to your bigger venues? Does it liven you up or
I think honestly, most of us in the music business kind of jacking your line is 10 or 10,000. You kind of try to put on the same show. So that's kind of the words I live by. If it's a big crowd or a little crowd, I try to do the same, have the same level of excitement.
which is awesome because it's we just don't really see that a lot out here with these bigger names like Pat Green. Just a lot of guys come out and they just don't necessarily give it their all because it's wasted energy to them. But it's
Well, I'll
nice.
try my best.
Which thank you. We appreciate that. Do you have any favorite memories of Cooper's or any West Texas shows?
Most of the time, my favorite memories is the barbecue, but no, I love going out there. Like I said, playing a country show. It feels like playing Lukenbach or Green Hall or some of the more amazing places around our state. It's certainly up there on the top of the list.
That is awesome. You've had a long and respected career in Texas country. What inspires you to keep making music after all these years and staying true to the music that you create?
I don't know what else I'd do. I've got to do something. I can't just lay around on the couch all day long. So
I pay those
I don't
bills,
know. This makes sense to me.
right? Your song "Wave on Wave" has almost 53 million streams on Spotify. What is it like to, look down and see that number in correlation with your name?
Well, I didn't know that, so thanks for telling me. But that's a heck of a lot of folks, and that song certainly has taken me a long way through life. So I'm very grateful I think that song landed on me.
That is awesome. How has your songwriting kind of evolved since Wave on Wave?
I think what I try to do is just I try to keep it fresh. What's on my mind right this minute, and then write about that, and tell the truth about whatever I feel about it, and that's generally speaking exactly how I do it. So it's not I don't know, it's not as much of a process as you think it is. It's
That
pretty
see, that's
simple.
the thing. I would feel like, are there any crazy like on the road something popped in your head and you came up with a song or
Well, Wave on Wave popped into my head in the middle of the night, and I was in a parking lot at a Walmart in Birmingham, Alabama, when that came across my mind. So when Wave on Wave came across my mind, so I'm always just trying to pay a little bit of attention for when it happens.
what is the music writing process? Like, what does that look like for you as far as putting everything together and getting going?
I just try to get a good, solid thought. First of all, the music is the most important thing
Mhm.
by far. And then I have a good solid, a jump off point is what I call it, or a come out line. Just the first shot over the bow has to be pretty good, or the whole song kind of usually just drifts away for me.
Right. You mentioned before that whether it's a show for 10 or 10,000, you try to give it the same, give it your all. Do you still get nervous on stage?
Oh, for sure. Everybody gets nervous when they go on stage. It's the nature of it. It's like the first pitch of a baseball game, the first, I don't know, first shot at a golf tournament. The first thing, those first few moments are full of nerves, and then you kind of calm down and you get in the rhythm and you just kind of start cruising.
Right. Did you ever think that your career would take off the way it did?
I sure hope so. I was pretty certain this is what I wanted to do for a living, and so when the opportunity presented itself, I certainly grabbed the bull by the horns.
Right. It's a good thing that this is what you wanted because it worked out for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would not be a very good basket weaver. Yeah, I've landed on what I'm supposed to be.
Right. Are there any upcoming songs or new releases we get to look forward to?
Sure. Yeah, we just recorded three more songs. Me and Corey Morrow have been talking about doing another record together. So there's always something in the hopper.
Awesome. How do you want to be remembered in the Texas music scene for years to come?
I don't think that that's up to me, to be completely frank. But I've always just been a really good, happy-go-lucky, carefree kind of guy, and so I don't think too much about it. I just let it happen.
You are very nice. It was a
Yes,
lot. I made myself
happens.
nervous for no reason, but you're very nice. So you got it going for you. Do you have any last minute words for the people in Cristobal or the people of San Angelo about
I just can't wait to come back, and I can't wait to get my hands on some of that barbecue.
the best barbecue I've ever had? Well, we appreciate you coming out here, and I appreciate you for doing this interview, Pat. It has been a pleasure talking to you.
Absolutely my pleasure. You have a great day, okay?
You too. Thank you.
See you, TK.